It's finally here, and nobody saw it coming today. Every single person expected Marvel to save this for Comic-Con on July 25th. Instead, they dropped it this morning out of nowhere. And this, according to people who saw it behind closed doors months ago, is the exact same trailer that was shown privately. We've been reading descriptions of it, now we can finally see it ourselves. Let's go scene by scene. The trailer opens at the Xavier Mansion, and immediately you notice the same nameplate we saw in the earlier X-Men trailers. But look at the surroundings, complete destruction. Something massive happened here. Then a light, coming through the window. And if you pay close attention to the edges of that light, that's not an explosion, that's another Earth. What we're witnessing here is an incursion. For those who don't know in Marvel Comics, when a universe is destroyed, the empty space left behind causes other universes to start collapsing inward. And as they collapse, they start colliding with each other. That collision point, that's an incursion. Two Earths, same space, one must be destroyed to save the other, and that light fading away outside Xavier's window. That's not a sunrise, that's a whole Earth being destroyed, right in front of Professor X. The X-Men destroyed it first to protect their own universe. Professor Xavier obviously has serious problems with that decision, and you can feel that conflict just from his expression watching it happen. We're not getting a standard Marvel villain story here, we're getting a story about impossible choices. And then we get our first glimpse of Dr. Doom. And I say glimpse deliberately because this entire trailer deliberately never shows him fully. We see his chest piece, his armor plating. And one specific detail, a sigil on his chest in the shape of a star. This is important. Dr. Doom is unique in Marvel because he combines science and sorcery perfectly. His armor isn't just metal, it's enchanted. Those sigils and runes etched across it are what allow him to execute spells while simultaneously using his technology. The armor itself, green cowl, metal plating like a Mandalorian chainmail, underneath like a medieval knight. It looks completely different from anything we've seen in the MCU before. And if you didn't know Robert Downey Jr. was playing this character, you would never guess. The voice is modulated, the accent is completely different, the posture is different. It doesn't feel like Tony Stark, it doesn't feel like Iron Man, it feels like Doom, and that alone is a massive achievement. Cut to New York, Avengers Tower, now the watchtower of the new Avengers, and look at who's inside. Thor, Ant-Man and Cassie Lang, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Bucky Barnes, the entire Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts all in one room, and on the screens behind them 3 Earths, visibly converging toward the same point. This isn't 2 universes colliding, this is 3, which means this is a triple incursion. In the comics, incursions only ever happen between 2 Earths. One survives, one is destroyed. 3 Earths converging at once is something that has never happened before, not even in the comics. And those 3 Earths, you can figure out which ones. Earth 616. Also notice there's a gap in the lineup inside that room. Reed Richards standing with visible space next to him that shouldn't be there. Someone is being hidden. And based on everything, that person is Dr. Doom. He's already in the room with them. Shuri, M'Baku, and the Wakandan team meeting with the Thing. Namor had no power over water itself. Here the entire ocean is being pushed back to welcome his guests onto dry land. His suit is completely new. Now the sequence everyone is losing their mind over. Shang-Chi versus Gambit. Simu Liu and Channing Tatum actually fighting each other. If you'd told me in 2021 when Shang-Chi came out that the next time I'd see him, he'd be fighting Gambit, played by Channing Tatum, I simply would not have believed you. But here we are. Gambit fights with his staff first, and he's holding his own against a master martial artist. Then the cards come out. Then he jumps from above and slams his staff into the ground, sending a shockwave. Meanwhile, Mystique in her comic book accurate suit morphs into Yelena Belova mid-fight, causing Yelena to literally fight herself. And here's the interesting thing. If the Russos want to play with this, Mystique could successfully replace Yelena entirely and nobody would know. Exactly what Nebula did in Endgame. That level of chaos is possible here. And then the most insane moment in the trailer. Thor brings Stormbreaker down on Dr. Doom at full force. Same attack he used on Thanos in Infinity War. The one that overpowered all 6 Infinity Stones. Combined, Doom stops it with 2 fingers. But here's what most people miss. Look carefully. It's not physical. Doom is not strong enough to physically stop Stormbreaker. What you're seeing is magic. There's a green energy signature around his hand. Doom's magic signature creating a barrier. And look at Thor's lightning. It's behind the barrier, it cannot cross it. Every bit of Thor's power, the lightning, the force, all of it is trapped on Thor's side. None of it reaches Doom. Doom's runes did that. His armor is one giant spell, and Thor, the most powerful Asgardian alive, cannot get through it.